What's happening, YouTube? What it is, family? Salute to the real. Just nocturnal thoughts. Um, this video, I have to say, I have to give a lot of respect, a lot of props. Nocturnal thought salute to Regis Prograis, Rougarou. To me, his stock has went up. His stock has risen. I want to see what they're gonna do for his next fight. Oh, by the way, if you hear a little bit of snoring in the background, that's just my bulldog, Brutus. See, as soon as he gets comfortable, he starts to snore. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so if you can just tune that out, you know what I'm saying, or bear with me. But shouts out to Rougarou. After his fight against Josh Taylor, I still haven't seen anything negative come from his side. I still haven't seen any exaggerated excuses, and he's still been keeping it, to me, in my opinion, 100% legit gladiator warrior mentality. I seen a video he released. It's on Fight Hype. I seen it on where he's playing around Halloween with his family, with his kids, and he just kind of segued a little bit into his boxing career and how he's doing after his first loss. I got to give props and salute because, in my opinion, he's showing the true identity of a warrior. You know what I'm saying? When you take an L the way he took it, you know what I'm saying? He put up a decent fight where the better man won that night, but it didn't take him down. It didn't take him down where he has to rely on bullshit to keep his self-esteem high. He don't have to rely on bullshit to keep his career going. His next fight is going to be huge and explosive, and we're going to be able to actually build up his resume even better. See, I'm not the type of person that says you have to be undefeated in order to have a great legacy. You know what I'm saying? Which, when I look at Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, see, I've heard in the past, as confident as Deontay Wilder is, speak it, believe it, and receive it, he still has the mentality where he says he's not trying to go undefeated. He says, look, that's how you have 2-time, 3-time, 4-time champions, is by going through a defeat and being able to come back and regain the title. So with that being said, with him fighting Luis King Kong Ortiz, whether he win, lose, or draw, I think it's still going to be great for his resume, great for boxing. He's going to be able to come back and still be the bronze bomber, the heavyweight champion of the world once again. It all has to play out. See, that's why I can't take away from Anthony Joshua's loss against Andy Ruiz. As unexpected as it was. Hey, you getting a little too loud, man. See that? Look, knock it off. He ain't even sleep. He's just sitting there and he's snoring for no reason. It's ridiculous. If you get an English bulldog, his snoring will vibrate the whole damn house and interrupt your videos. So anyways, shouts out to Regis Prograis for showing me and showing the world what it's like to be a gladiator, take a loss, and still hold on to the integrity, the dignity, high resume, raising in stocks, no excuses, just keeping it 100%. With this Canelo Kovalev situation that's going on, like I said, I'm not going to stay on that. let's move past it, people. You know what I'm saying? Let's move past it. The dialogue is very interesting. Still a little bit there to digest. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, we're all going to have to move on. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is 29 years old. He still has, ways to go in his resume. That's why I said in my last video that another fight he shall need in order for me to throw him up in there with the categories of the Mayweather. Mayweather took him 40 years, 39, but 40 years to establish his legacy, and it's still people that's not giving Mayweather complete credit for his accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? You have to wait in time to see whether or not what you do is going to be on the right side of history. So even Mayweather putting in 40 years, he still to this day is not getting full 100% credit for his resume and his career and his accomplishments. So I cannot expect for Canelo at 29, even though to me his resume is impressive, he still has some things he has to accomplish in order for me to look at him in the name of the greats. And like I said, no disrespect, but the Kovalev fight is just another accomplishment, but it's not that fight that's going to solidify and cement his legacy as far as I'm concerned. Maybe some of his diehard fans are saying that this fight is the one that catapults him into the pound for pound. I don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Salute to Canelo Alvarez. On to the next. Deontay Wilder, Louis King Kong Ortiz, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, Jermell Charlo. All good fights, all exciting fights. Can't wait to see them. Can't wait to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Just boxing is still on fire. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to see that the UFC was trying to outshine Canelo fight. Even though I like Nate Diaz, but to me, you cannot compare. It's apples and oranges. UFC is a little bit of a microwave sport, even though Diaz been doing his thing solid, hardcore for a while now. I think he did lose that fight. I haven't really checked it out yet, but Diaz always puts up a good fight. I mean, that dude is a gladiator to the 100. But I don't want to ever see boxing be submissive to UFC. See what I'm saying? So we still got to put out those kind of fights that compete with that caliber. And the Canelo Kovalev, from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing, it was like this. And in my mind, in my opinion, when you got boxing going on the same night as UFC, boxing should be up here. UFC should be still trying to work its way up, especially when you're talking about a fighter on the status of a Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be a showstopper. The news, the sports channels, everything should be dialed in and focused in on the Canelo fight. Football shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I think the Bears just lost. Basketball shouldn't matter. UFC should come in third, but boxing should be at the epitome always, especially when you're talking about the Canelos, the Deontay Wilders, the Anthony Joshuas, even the Tyson Furies, Jermell Charlos, Triple G's, Lomachenko's. Let's see Lomachenko. Let's see his next battle. Let's see Devin Haney, what he's going to do. Let's see what Gervonta Tank Davis is going to do. And now Josh Taylor, throw him in there. I think he is going to be a big name, a big fighter that's going to really elevate boxing. To all the people in Scotland that was leaving comments on my videos, I appreciate you. Hopefully we stay in contact. I think Josh Taylor is a good, solid boxer. People still sleeping on him, but eventually they're going to have to wake up to see that this dude is legitimately gonna hold down the 140 pound for a while. I don't see nobody really messing with him. I would actually like to see a repeat between him and Regis Prograis, but I think it's going to be a while before they get to that level again. But just even a rematch in any kind of way, if they build that up right, if they build up the Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor rematch, that fight's going to be huge. That's going to be a showstopper. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm looking at Canelo versus Kovalev as kind of flattened out for me. Even though it's creating a lot of dialect, a lot of back and forth, I don't like the type of back and forth that it's creating. It's not talking about boxing. We're talking about racism. We're talking about conspiracy theories. We're talking about, all kind of other subjects that doesn't highlight and make boxing look good for the fans, for the casuals, for the YouTubers, for the diehards, for the, anybody, any looky-loos that's peeping in to see what boxing is doing. This Canelo Alvarez versus Kovalev at the current time is not where I think it should be. You know what I'm saying? It's not making boxing, it's not making the sport look as, it's not an eyesore, not totally a sore. It's not as much as a sore eyesore. Say for example, Mayweather versus McGregor, which we all knew what that was. Going into that, we knew what that was. But there's no way I should be comparing Mayweather versus Conor McGregor to Canelo versus Kovalev. You shouldn't be able to make that connection. But the conspiracy theories are real to the point where you can almost make that connection between Canelo versus Kovalev versus Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And that shouldn't be happening. Shouts out to Showbiz the Adult. Shouts out to He Knows the Sport. Shouts out to Punch Drunk Boxing. Shouts out to Dante Boxing Nation. To everybody on YouTube that's talking boxing and keeping it 100% to their best ability. Nobody's perfect. Boxing Talk with, I don't know how to pronounce dude name, ADE. I think he's a Britain guy. I've been watching him for a little bit. So Boxing Talks with Adi or Aid. I apologize if I get your name wrong. But I've been watching you for a little while. I can respect the level you coming from. But for everybody on YouTube that's talking boxing, if you can keep it respectful, bow, I salute you. From Nocturnal Thoughts, I appreciate you. I'm out.